This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so here the target audience is this course is designed for the professionals who are learning about the data. So who are interested to go or build your career into data side, for them it will be helpful. Okay, so this is not related to any application side or other kind of thing. This is also an automation data side only. So you can become database support or database testing, database analyst, then software analyst, professional analytics part also you can go in future. Then ETL development line also you can go, support, tester. For everybody this will be helpful. It is not only for testing. This database testing, if you are learning means you can go into support line, you can go into testing, you can go into development line also. Prerequisites which is required is should have some basic knowledge about database, then it is fine. Otherwise also no problem. And some computer fundamental, very fundamental with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, that's enough. Okay, so these are the topics, and this is the chapter 1 of this database testing. First one is database introduction. What is database? What are the different terminology? That only we'll discuss. So for today, under this chapter, database introduction, first one is entering to database. Under that, basic terminologies are there. Then what is DBMS, RDBMS, and ORDBMS? Then what is data information, types of data, data generation, how data are generated. Then you have to work with the data. So start with data, end with data, play with data, everywhere data only. So you should know how many types of data and which data you will work. And release number format. So how to get a release version of a database using tool, database release version and tool release version. How to check you are working, somebody is asking in which version you are working, you are not able to tell, so that is not looking good. Maybe in interview you can reject also. So which version you are using you should know, and how to check also you should know. Then next is language of database is two types. One is SQL language and another is no SQL language. So in SQL, what type of database you can use, and in no SQL, what type of database you will use. And we have to use which type of database. So our level which we are learning, SQL database we use. No SQL level, no SQL database if you are using, that will be in level 3, big data testing. Big data Hadoop if you are entering, in that case no SQL database is required. So you should know which are coming under no SQL, which are coming under SQL. So these are very basic fundamental we can complete first. Then later on we will move about the SQL topics. Okay, we can enter into database. Some basic terms. What is database? Database is an organized collection of structured information or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system. So in some system the data will be stored. So what type of data it will store? Some structured information related it will store. It should be with some structure, some systematic way it is present. That's why it is called as a structured information. It is not like that randomly. We can mention then a cow, tiger, bear, train, bus, and we can store and we can tell it as a database. And in database we can maintain. It is not like that. Related to some meaningful information, it should be there. In structured way, it will be there. So that's we are taking suppose banking information, then bank name, customer, then what type of credit card is using. All those are related information. Structured way it should be present. If telecom industry information is taking, then what are the different service provider, regarding which service provider it is coming, then what are the customer details, which tariff it is using. So all those information should come. So which sector it is coming, maybe retail or banking or telecom or logistic, any sector it is coming, related information should be there in a good manner or structured manner. Those will be collected from some organization. Suppose you are working for Citibank, then Citibank information it will come. You are working for Vodafone, so Vodafone information it will come. Those related informations will be stored somewhere. So where it will store? One repository, one container will be there. That container is called as database. So database is an organized collection of structured informations or data typically stored electronically in a computer system. The stored data can be easily accessed, so that which data are stored, it can be accessed very easily. It will be managed, modify or update or controlled, or it can be work with all those data. Most of the databases are structured query language. So any database we can use, only one language is there, SQL. Another is no SQL, that is also equivalent to SQL. So this is not like programming language, this is a query language. So coding is not there, it is very easy to learn only this SQL language. And only one language is required. If you are going into development side or some other automation side, 2, 3, 4, 5 languages are required: C, C++, Java, sometimes .NET, sometimes C++, like that. So here only one, and that one only carry forward throughout your career. That's why it is very easy. That language is SQL, structure query language, to write and query the data, means to fetch the data, work with the data. Next is database schema. So whenever we'll work in any database, we need to connect first schema. So what is schema? Under schema only we can work with the databases. So the definition of schema is: the schema of a database is its structure described in a formal language supported by the database management system. Database management system, the short form is DBMS. Okay, so schema is just a structure representation or logical way of representation, we can tell. Schema, some planning, pre-plan we are doing. We are doing a course. So first of all, we need to plan where we will take for the admission, what is the course duration, then how many days it will take, any job is there or not, what is demand for this course in near future, what it can make after the 5 years down the line. So all those things first you are planning. So what is that? You are doing the pre-plan. If it is finalized, then you are going for the admission. You are implementing that. So any activity you are doing, not only this example, if you are doing a job also, if you are going to learn also, if you are going to purchase something also, everywhere some plan is required. Okay, so those plans are nothing but the schema, pre-plan which you are doing. So coming to this database also, some pre-plan are required before creating the table, column, and other structure. It is required what type of tables are required, how many tables will be created, how many columns will be there, then what type of data will be present in there, which type of restrictions will be there, then it will be faster or slower. Like that, all those things will be need to plan. So architect people are there, database architect or some other technical architect people, they can do the plan. And those plans will be mentioned in a document, or it can be mentioned in one table also in a database. So that is called as schema. So under one schema, suppose we are working on the banking project Citibank, and in that also multiple requirements are there. So for one kind of requirement, credit card, one schema they will design. Another is debit card, another schema they will design. Another is suppose mortgage or risk factor is coming. For that one schema they will design. So under that schema we can get again 50, 100, 200 tables. So under which schema we have to work, we can connect into that schema, and under that those tables we can work on that. So that is the schema. So this is the logical representation of all the database structure related to those tables. The term schema refers to the organization of data as a blueprint of how the database is constructed. So how the database is designed practically or implemented practically, for all those, some concepts will be mentioned in some other tables or some other documents. That is nothing but the schema. Okay, so different definitions are there. Database schema also we can tell it is the skeleton structure which represents the logical view of entire database. It defines how the data is organized and how the relations among them are associated. Then it formulates all the constraints, all the restrictions that are to be applied on the data. So any definition you can tell, that is fine. So this is what is schema. Okay. So again, some other definitions are present. You can go through later in the document. Now types of database schema. One is physical database schema, another is logical database schema. Next, okay, two types of schema are there. So logically also it can be mentioned, means directly it cannot be connect. Logically it can be connect, and logically it will be mentioned somewhere. We can refer that. And another is physically also it will be present. In files, if it is mentioned directly, we are using the file. In database, it is mentioned directly, we are using that and getting some information also. That is called a physically. If it is mentioned in some document and we are going through that document and we are able to understand, that we can say it as a logical. So physical, logical, in both way it can be mentioned. Next, database instance. So we are entering into database. So some instances are there. We should know what are those instances. Database instance is a state of operational database with data at any given time. So what is that instance? Anything we are working under those database, then those are one instance. Like table is required, some information is required, then schema is required, then in which state it is there, disable, enable, all those informations we can tell it as one instance. Like we are using a classroom. In that classroom, fan is there, then projector is there, whiteboard is there, then marker is there, few students will be there, one trainer is there. Those are one instance. All together only we can tell that one classroom is going on. If student is not there, trainer is there, we cannot tell that class is going on. Only projector is there, but nobody is looking into that. So what is the use of that? We cannot tell that class is going on properly. So in database also some instances are there: table, object, then schema, then some informations, some restrictions would be there. So all those together, these are one instance. Okay, now different instance we can go. Table is one instance. What is table? Table, it will use to store the data. Whatever the data will be stored, those will be kept or stored in one table only. This is just a structural information. Some columns will be there and some rows will be there, and those data will be stored in a table. Next is row or record. So Excel sheet or any example also you can take. Some rows are there, some columns are there. So in row, what will be mentioned? In field or columns, what will be mentioned? Row is also called as record. Field is also called as columns. So row is a row of a table is also called as record. It contains the specific information of each individual entry in the table. So it is a horizontal entry. One is horizontal, parallel, horizontal, that is row or record. Another is vertical. Vertical means field or column. So vertical, if you are taking field or column, then on Excel sheet you can take example. Student roll number, then student name, then total marks, address, phone number. These are some information of student. In one column it is mentioned roll number. So all these students roll numbers are present in that column: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In another column, student's name is there: Ram, Dam, Syam, like that, Soni, Rakesh, those names will be mentioned. In third column, phone number. So different students are having different phone number, not all are same number. So correspondingly it will be mentioned phone number. Like that in other columns also it will be mentioned. So column wise we are getting some information here. Roll number column, all roll number. Address column, all address of the students. Phone number column, all phone number. So if we are getting this type of information, then field or column. Then what is row? Complete information individually we will get, that is row or record. Suppose we need to find out one information of student, that student name is Rakesh. So we can search where Rakesh is present. Maybe it is present in fifth row. So in that fifth row we can find out the details of Rakesh. So what is the roll number, what is the name of that student Rakesh, then he is staying in some places, that address is there, his phone number, his PIN number, and his parent details and his iCard details, everything is present in that particular row. So individually we have to go to one row, then only we can get the particular information of that person. So row wise also we are getting some information here, column wise also we are getting some information here. So here column and row will come to the picture. Same thing in database also, like Excel sheet, some columns are there and some rows are there. This is one example of row. One abate is one name, 24 maybe age, and his qualification is BTech. So all informations are present in a row or with one person, that person name is abate. Now coming to column or field, second example. One column is student name. So abate, Aryan, Mahesh, Raton, Vital, these are few names. So column wise it will be in vertically, row wise it will be in horizontally. Next is normalization versus denormalization. These are different instances, different terminologies we should know. What is normalization? Normalization, many things are present. So in college level, that is required. Now coming to this industry level, all those details are not required. Just we should know what are the difference between normalization and denormalization. What are those? That's all. So normalization is the process of minimizing the redundancy from a relation or set of relations. So set of relations are there, or set of data are there, or multiple tables are there, then it is going very complexity. So whenever complexity is coming, it will be splitted. That splitted process is called as normalization. Like you can take for your BTech example. If you will go back to 40 years or 50 years, 4 years BTech was there, and only one exam, final exam was there last semester, which you are telling now. So all 4 years, whatever you learn, everything need to give or appear in the last exam only. So what is the problem? Up to 4 years, if you will learn, then our mind is, or our brain is not a computer, then we can remember everything. And in last moment, last 1 month, again we are revising everything, then it will be overloaded, and it will create some problem also in brain. Also, it can be hampered. That's why slowly after few years, what they did, they splitted that into year wise. In 1 year, one exam. So first they splitted into two years. 2 years one exam, another 2 years another exam. So that first 2 years what you learn, that will not come now in next 2 years. So that is good. 2 years is something, it can be manageable. Now from that also again they simplified one year. Each year one exam, final exam will be there. After few years again it is splitted into semester. 6 months one exam. So 6 months completed means those will not come into next 6 months. Now again, in some university it is planned trimester also, three months interval. So why it is happening? It is normalizing. Previously it was in denormalized form. Now it is coming as a normalized form. So why this normalization is happening? Normalization is happening to split the parts into small parts, from bigger to smaller, so that it will be easy for who are handling. It will be easy, and who are, means using, for them also it will be easy. For everybody it will be easy to maintain, easy to learn, easy to crack. Everywhere it will be helpful. That's why it is splitting into small part. So coming to this database also, huge collections of data will be there. 30 years, 40 years data will be there in different tables. Maybe in one table, maybe in 5 tables, maybe in 2 tables. So if those are present, lot of information, crores of data are there, and we are getting just one table or two table, then it is in denormalized form. You will get very complex in that situation. To work on that, it will be very complex. To writing the query also, it will be very difficult. Then if we are getting the data also, performance issue will come, hours and hours it will take to execute and display the result. Lot of issue will face. That's why they are normalizing. Just one, two, three tables are there, then it will be splitted into multiple parts. Related to credit card, one table; related to debit card, one table; only visa type, one table. Like that it will be splitted, so that those splitted tables only we are using for our particular requirement. It will be very easy to write the query, very easy to understand also. If required, we can club other tables also, we can combine. So this is called as a normalization. So normalization is nothing but the splitting process. As per the terminologies, you can tell out of all these any definitions you can remember. Okay, so before normalizing, if it is clubbed all together and making the complexity, then that is called as a denormalization. Okay, next is CRUD. What is CRUD? The full form of CRUD is create, read, update, delete. So anytime you are joining in any company, maybe your team lead, manager, or in some meeting they will tell, can you perform CRUD operation today, and you will do the test. You will not understand. So you should know all those schema, normalize, CRUD, all those things are required. So what is this CRUD? In the database, we can create, we can read the data, we can update. Update means modification, alteration. As per the requirement, we can update also, and if something is not required, we can delete also few data, column wise, row wise. So everything will do. So CRUD operations means those one. CRUD is an acronym for the four basic types of SQL commands: create, read, update, delete. So coming to database, always these four transactions or operations are required: create, read, update, delete. That is called as CRUD operation. We can create some data, We can read means fetch the data, if required update the data, if required delete the data. Most applications have some kind of CRUD functionality, and we can assume that every programmer had to deal with CRUD at some point. So everywhere this CRUD operation is must required. A CRUD application is one that uses forms to get data into and out of the database. So from outside we can take the data, or from inside we can extract some data, but at the end these four operations will be done. Next is data dictionary. What is data dictionary? A set of information describing the contents, so about the data related contents, then what type of formats it will be there, what will be the structure, what will be the relation with one table to another table, how to connect that, what are the common columns, then which tables are present in that schema, then what are the size of those tables, how many columns are there, what are the different data types will be there. So all those informations will be stored into different tables. So those tables are just like a summary kind of table. We will not get employee information is present in a table, so we cannot get other table information in employees table. So altogether, suppose 1000 tables are present in our database, then some common informations are there. We can use some other table where summary are present for all kinds of tables. Those type of tables are called as a data dictionary. Like English, Hindi data dictionary are present you are using. So thousands of words are present, crores of words are present. All are having different meaning. So in one place it is present, one dictionary we can tell, and we can search which are required, and we can learn that. Okay, that is called as data dictionary. So in this database also, the dictionary is there. Like English we are learning or some local language, dictionary is there. In database also dictionary is there. So this is data related. That's why it is called as data dictionary. So if we know the column, we don't know the table name, we can find out from the data dictionary. We know the column name, we don't know the table, we can find from there. How many columns are there from a table? We don't know, we can see from data dictionary. So what type of structures are there? What type of restrictions are there for which table? All those informations we can get from dictionary. That dictionary in the database is called as data dictionary. So using some tables only, some table names are present. Next, Oracle data dictionary. So Oracle is one database. SQL Server is one database. Multiple databases are present. Using these databases also different data dictionary tables are there. So here you can see in below, if we'll concentrate on Oracle database, because Oracle database developed first only within the globe across world in 1979, and other databases followed Oracle only. So if you know Oracle database, it will be very easy to work in other databases. And all the databases are almost same only. SQL is used everywhere. 98-99% same only, no problem. One bike you are able to drive means other bike you are able to drive. Just a container name is changed company to company, that's all. But the language and every concept will be same. So for Oracle database, tab is one data dictionary table, all underscore user, all underscore tables. Now no need to remember, slowly you can remember. So these are few table names. Just you should know these are few table names present in the database, Oracle database. Similarly, in other databases, other names will be there. Using that, we can get some detailed information, some restrictions related information, all underscore constant. How many columns are there? We want to know all tab columns. Views related information, all views. Object related, all object. Tables related information, we know how many tables are there, what type of information, how many columns, all those, all tables. User related information, schema related, all users. Only table, tab. So these are some data dictionary tables, we can say. So summary we can get of our database. Okay, next is DBMS, RDBMS, OODBMS, and ORDBMS. Okay, so till now, any questions from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay, so all are fine. Sivsai, Swarsini, Munikalyan. 1-2 class only theory. After that, we'll start practical.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ashwini, Amol, Sila, Venkat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. We can continue then. DBMS, RDBMS, ODBMS, and another is ORDBMS. All are coming from DBMS only. So what is DBMS? Database Management System. Now we are entering into database side. So here, first of all, database was there. Next, RDBMS came to the picture. Again, some new features added and ODBMS came. Next, ORDBMS came. So nowadays, which we will use, all are ORDBMS only. This is the latest features. If you will go back to 20 years around or 25, 30 years around, DBMS was there. So slowly, RDBMS came. Okay, so what is DBMS? DBMS is not file systems. This is not a file related. This is the structural data and they are application software. So in some software, Oracle or SQL server, in that software, some repository is there. The data will be maintained. Okay, so database management system is system software helps user and programmers with a systematic way to create, store, manage, and retrieve the data. So in this DBMS, the data are present. It will be used for creation of some tables or other objects, store the data, work on the data, fetch the data, those things it will be used. So these are in starting level, DBMS was there. Now RDBMS. So RDBMS is derived from DBMS only. This is also database. So what is the changes happened here? Who invented this? EF code, one person, he invented this. He was working in IBM St. Joe's Research Laboratory at that time, and he found some problem that if all tables are present in one database, suppose Citibank is one table and hospital related one table is there, then customer information one table is there, we are not getting any relation. Citibank table is very huge one. So in that Citibank table, if it will be splitted with small parts, one table can be splitted into 10 parts, then that will be called as a normalization. So those 10 tables which are present, individually it is present, but we are not able to make any relation. So how we can make the relation? So some common column should be there between all those things. Then only we can make it as a relation. Like you are learning one course. So some common information should be there. Your highest qualification, BTech should be there. So based on that, we can make that, okay, we are doing a batch, all are eligible for ETL testing or some other degree. Or we can mention all are attending these ETL sessions. So all they are eligible for ETL related testing job. Other job, if it is coming Selenium or some other job, big data Hadoop, you will be not eligible. So what is this? What common relation is there? That can be course name, that can be your qualification, that can be anything. By using that common meaning only, we can correlate which candidates are eligible and we can gather all those candidates. So those candidates informations we can maintain in the database. So that in different table we are mentioned also, we can correlate them. Suppose MCA related one table we are maintaining, BTech related one table we are maintaining, MSc one table we are maintaining. Highest qualification is different, but one common thing is some companies are asking minimum 60% aggregate marks should be there and they should be having with knowledge ETL testing. So for MCA also it is matching 10 profiles in that table we can take, and from MSc we are getting from that table 5 candidates profile, and another is BTech we are getting 20 candidates profile. So total 35 we are getting out of 200 or 500 candidates for one requirement suppose. So 3 tables are there. From 3 tables we are getting these, and now course name will be mentioned in those tables. So for MSc table also course name is ETL testing there, and in MCA table also course name is ETL testing, and BTech table also course name is ETL testing. So ETL testing is a common course we are getting 3 tables. So what we can tell, some relation is there, some common information is there. All are candidates, all are students. So some common informations are present in different places. So based on that common information, we are extracting. Now, in some requirement, they are asking the age range should be 21 to 25. So age also present in those three tables for MSc candidate and this candidate, that candidate. If we are taking the age range, then by combining these three tables, who are available with 21 to 25, we can pick them. So what are those? Those are the relation. So whenever they started in 1960 or something, DBMS concepts came to the market. 1979, first it developed by Oracle. At that time only, RDBMS was not there. Just they were keeping the information into one or two tables. That's all. So common information is not there. Then it is very difficult to combine the data from multiple tables. That's why they faced this problem, and EF code started this implementation. We can design the multiple tables such a way that some common informations will be present in those tables also, so that if required we can collect the data from 2 tables, 5 tables, 10 tables, related information. And they have given the name as RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Previously relation was not there. Now relation they added with some common information. That is the relation. That is called as relational database. So 1975 or 80 around, relational database management system came. Not 75, after 80, 85 around it came, 85 or 90 around. Next, OODBMS. So what is this OODBMS? Data represented in the form of objects. So object was not there at that time. 1990 around, if you will see, or before that, object was not there. Okay, so what is object? Object or instance. So in a classroom, we have taken one example, different objects are there, then only we can run the class properly. So similarly, in a database also, nowadays lot of objects are there. Many functions are there. It is very easy if we know the function to work. Then view is there to create a subtable. Then index is there to speed up the query. Those functions are, those objects were not available at that time. So some complicacy again they were facing at that time. So what they thought, some objects we can add, few functions we can add, which will be relevant and helpful. Then few index we can add so that our query will be faster. Then any kind of data can be inserted. So we can add some restrictions. So some relevant data will be added. So they defined constraint for that. Like the different objects are added. 1995, 2000 around. So when they added some objects, the name they changed as OODBMS. Okay. So here, same only the name they changed, Object Oriented Database Management System. That is OODBMS. So after adding the object, again the relation may be present, may not be present. So if relation is not present, means common information in different tables is not present, only object is added, then that is called as OODBMS, Object Oriented Database Management System. So that will be also not helpful. Relation is always required. Otherwise, we cannot combine the data, multiple tables. And whenever we are combining without taking the common information, that is valueless combination. So again, after few years, after 2000 around, ORDBMS it came. So here object also added, relation also added. And from that time onwards till now, 2020-21, whatever we will do, all are ORDBMS only. So here object is there, relation is there, and all are related to DBMS. So these are the latest only. And now no problem, only new functions only adding within 6 months, 1 year, new functions you will get, but everything will be same only. No changes, nothing. So we have to work in this ORDBMS. Somebody is asking you what type of DBMS you are using, you can tell Object Relational Database Management System we are using, ORDBMS we are using, you can tell. Okay, next is data information. So you have to work in data side only, no application now, no web services, no application, no cloud, nothing. Only purely you are entering into data part. Level by level you can enter. So first of all, we should know what type of data are available in market and in which data you can work. Data is basically 3 types. One is structured data, another is semi-structured data, and next one is unstructured data. What is structured data? Structured data means row and column combination should be there. Then we can tell it as a structured data. Excel sheet or any database example you can take. So some rows are there, some columns are there, like this. So here serial number or roll number, student name, phone number, then address, then subject, like that different informations are present. So row by row it is present for different students. Okay, so column wise if you are taking, then we are getting meaning student names of college, marks of all students, phone number of all students. So we are getting some meaning if we are taking as a vertically or column wise. If you are considering as horizontally like this, means that is a row wise, also we are getting some meaning. Suppose one person name is Sony, your name is Shoni, roll number is 5, then address is this, then phone number is this, then which course he is doing, mathematics or something. Like that we are getting the information for that student. In another row, another student information. So what we are getting here? We are getting the information row wise as well as column wise. And those informations are correct information. So this type of data we can tell it as a structured data. So what are the examples here? Any database, Oracle, DB2, any database we can take, data warehouse, ERP, CRM, PeopleSoft, all those are also one kind of structured data they are keeping. So all these, another is Excel also, we can take example, Excel, CSV, all these are one example of structured data. Now next is semi-structured data. So what type of data that is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data, only rows information will be there, no column information. If we are forcefully considering as a column, first column, second column, then meaningless, that is. Only row wise we are getting the information. So what are those? Those are XML, JSON file, HTML, then DHTML, log file. If you are working in any project, some log history will be generated, log file. Then nowadays we are chatting in different messenger like WhatsApp, Telegram, then in Facebook also we are able to chat, Yahoo Messenger. So whenever you are chatting, you are sending some message, hi, how are you, what are you doing, when you will come, all those. So there line wise meaning is there. If you have chatted with your friends, 5 lines you have mentioned, first column of each line you are taking, then first column of first line, second line, third line, similarly second column of first line, second line, third line, what is the meaning? No, in one line hi is there, then in another line bye will be there, in another line what are you doing means what is there. So what is the relation between hi, bye, what, how? Nothing is there. But line by line you are getting the meaning. So line by line or row wise if you are getting the meaning, then those type of data, that is also data. You are chatting, you are sending some message, that is a data. It is not, don't think that it is you sent and it is deleted. It is also storing in some server, WhatsApp server, Facebook server. Somebody is working, some company, some team, some testers, some developers are working on those data. Okay, so it is not like that it is removing. If you are removing also, that is not removing from that server. It is removing from your mobile. Okay, so those type of informations or data are called as semi-structured data. Semi means partial, 50-50. Row will be there with meaningful information, column is not available with any meaningful information, 50-50. Then that is called as a semi-structured data. Next is unstructured data. So here in this unstructured data, no row, no column, nothing will be there. So what kind of data? This type of data also daily basis you are using. Today also maybe within from morning 3 hours till now we have used lot of data. That is unstructured. So what are those? Video, audio. In YouTube you are able to see. In your mobile you are sending some image or audio or video to some of your friends in a group. Image, sensor, you are going for shopping, Big Bazaar or more, or Hyderabad Central, Bangalore Central. So some sensors are there in entry exit point. It is capturing everything from you. Then scanning documents. You have a lot of certificate and so many documents. You are doing that as scanning and you are sending that. So that's scan document. All those are coming under unstructured data. Audio, video, clip, image, sensor, scan documents, all these are unstructured data. So here column is not there. In video, what is the column? What is the row? No, nothing is there. Audio, no column, no row. Image, some picture you are sending to somebody, tiger. What is the column here? No column, no row. So all those type of data are called as unstructured data. So out of these three types of data, the semi-structured and unstructured two types of data, you can work in the next level, level 3. Whenever you will work in big data testing, you will work in this. For the timing, level 1 and level 2 which we are doing, structured data you have to use, where columns will be there and rows will be there. Those type of data only we have to use. Okay, in the structured data. So this is about types of data. Any doubt in this data?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so your main concentration is structured data. We have to work in the databases where structured data are contained. Okay, so these are different examples are there, log file, all those things for semi-structured data, unstructured data. Now, this unstructured data generated in two ways. We don't require much information in this unstructured, all those are for big data candidates. Just we should know how those are generating. One is machine generated. Some machines will be generated like a sensor. Is one machine, it is present in the shopping mall. They are generating that. Some satellites are there, they are generating that video capturing there, so many things capturing. So machine also it can be generated, and human also it can be generated. We are creating an image, we are creating our voice and one audio, we are preparing one song and we are sending that, so that is circulating to thousands of people. So that is also one data generation. So human persons also can be generated, or some machines also it is available, they can generate. Next is release number format. Okay, so to understand the release, here we can check, this is one database, Oracle database. So how to start all those things we'll discuss next class. Just for the timing, you can see how to check the release version. So this is a Oracle database. Select star from v dollar version. So here it is mentioned 11G 11.2.0.2.0. So this is the version number. This is a Oracle database. Then I connected this Oracle database with some tool. With tool, we can work. In Office also with tool only they are working. So that tool name is SQL Developer. And about here it is mentioned 19.2.1.247. So this is the version number of SQL Developer tool. So how to get tool version from help about, and database version by writing this query. This is a query. So how to start writing query, all those things we'll see later after one class. We'll do that. So in this way we can get the version here. Okay, next is database language. So if you are going into application side automation or some thing you are choosing, then some languages are required. Java, Python, or all those things. Selenium if you are going, or developers if you are going, then some languages are required. Now you are coming into database testing, ETL testing, data related side. So which language is required? Which language will support by database? Okay, so to work with any database, one common language is there. That language is called as SQL, Structured Query Language. This language is required to learn. So we'll learn this SQL also. Okay, this query language is very easy, just like an English sentence, no case sensitive, capital letter you can write, small letter you can write, anything is fine, grammatical mistake, all those things will not come. just like a English sentence, very easy. Just you should know some concepts, write in your own way, English sentence like. Okay, so this is called as a query language, not programming language. So this query language is two types. One is SQL and another is no SQL. So relational database, if we are using, then that is called as a SQL language. So that will support for structured data. Column and row combinations will be there. Those type of database if you are using, then SQL database we have to use. And non-relational database means only semi-structured data. Columns are not available, only rows are available. Those type of data if we are working, then we have to use some other databases. Those databases are called non-relational databases. So in those non-relational databases, no SQL database is required. So one is SQL language and another is no SQL language. Both are almost same. SQL, if you know, then in big data testing, if you are upgrading with some no SQL DB, easily you can learn that. No need to do any course also. Very easy that is. Okay, if SQL only, if you are comparing which is difficult, which is complex, SQL. SQL if you learn means no SQL also indirectly you will learn. Okay, now these are few names. You can just see database name, company name, and developed year. In which year it is developed? Few are no SQL database and few are SQL database. So first part is SQL related. What are the database name? These are the containers. Now we already learned database, ORDBMS, RDBMS, then OODBMS, only DBMS. So using all those DBMS concepts, some databases are there. Different company developed those databases. So Oracle is one company, Oracle Corporation. They developed the database and the name they have given as Oracle. That is one database. In 1979. So the first database across the globe is Oracle, which we will learn in our session. Oracle database. Next it came Teradata. One company, Caltech, they developed in 1979 by referring from Oracle only. But if we'll see the month, then April or May month 79 Oracle and October or November around month Teradata. So the first one is Oracle only. Second, Teradata. Third one, it is developed in 1986. Ayoka is one company, they developed. Postgres is one database. Then DB2, IBM company developed in 1987. Then Microsoft company developed Microsoft SQL Server, that is one database, in 1989. Swedish is one company, they developed MySQL database in 1995. In 2000, Swap Info System company developed SQLite. MariaDB Corporation is one company, they developed MariaDB database. They have given the name as MariaDB in 2009 recently. Like that, so many databases are available. So just you should know 5 to 10 database names, that is enough. So these are few listed database name. SQLDB, these are called, or SQL language is used here. Oracle, Teradata, Postgres, DB2. In many companies, they are using all these. So out of all these database, 70–80% companies are using Oracle database only. And we'll learn this Oracle database. So using this Oracle database with SQL language, if we complete, then other database also you can work. It is not like that. Again, you have to learn Teradata, all those things. Everything is same only. These are just defined or developed by different company only. Environment, look and feel will be changed. Everything will be same. Okay, so these few are listed or SQL database. Now the below are no SQL database, non-relational, no SQL. So here semi-structured data will come. These are structured data. These are semi-structured data. Okay, so in 2005, just from 2005 only it started semi-structure related. Previous to that, only structured data was there. Okay, 2005 onwards, internet started. 2001, 2 around, internet started and increased a lot. So after internet, only some charting, all those things came to the picture. That's why semi-structured data came. So to work with all those semi-structured data only, mail, those things came after internet only. Then semi-structured data came. And to handle those semi-structured data, these databases were not supporting because they developed earlier. So Few companies started or invented or developed few more databases to support all those semi-structures. So CoachDB is one database developed by Apache company in 2005, semi-structured data it will be used. HBase Apache company, again Apache company developed another database 2008. Same Apache company again developed Cassandra, another database in 2008. MongoDB INC, this is one company, MongoDB database they developed in 2009. Orient company developed Orient DB 2009. Again Apache company developed in 2013 Impala. So Apache is the major one for this NoSQL DB or non-relational semi-structured kind of database. Now so many audio, video, sensors are also going on from last 5-7 years. So for that databases have not added, but some applications are there in the Hadoop, some components they have added, so that using those it can be done, because those are not exactly data, so database cannot work on that. So these are different kinds of database. So out of all these, SQLDB we will learn, and using this SQLDB, Oracle database we will learn. And in some cases, in Informatica part, one or more database also we can do for few exercise. But major part Oracle only will cover. All databases, then it will take more time and you will be also confused. Once completed one database, you can revise other database by using some document. Easy only, nothing is there. Everything will be same. 98-99% will be same. Little bit here and there, some syntax or something can be changed. Okay, so this is about database introduction for today class. Any questions from anybody?